And welcome back to I'm Every Woman TV. I'm sitting with my third guest today, who's Gemma Woticky from March of Dimes Canada. Now, in my opening segment, I talked about the fact, Gemma, that more and more Canadians are living with disabilities. And it seems to be growing, a growing trend, and it's really affecting women and children. Can you comment a little bit about why this is happening?
Well, in general, the reason that we're seeing more of more disability or an increase is because of the aging population. We all know that the boomer population are retiring and getting older, and as a result, we're seeing an increase of people with disability and an increase in that need.
And what type of disabilities are we seeing?
In terms of my organization, we serve primarily people with physical disabilities. But even if you look at Stats Canada, primarily the disabilities are mobility, agility, pain management, things like that. Yeah.
Okay, and you also work heavy duty with children.
Well, one of our programs really focuses on work with children. It's a program called Conductive Education.
Which is going to get supported by your high T.
That's
We're
correct.
Talk about that
Yeah.
in a second.
Yeah.
And so what kind of things do the children receive when you raise money for them?
Well, basically it goes into the programming like conductive education, and we also have a program called Home and Vehicle Modification Program. So that helps families who need to modify their homes to help the children get more mobility at home, get them into the car, get them into the house, things like that. Yeah.
Is it harder to be a charity today than it was years ago? I mean, there's a lot of competition in charities.
I mean, our charity has been around a long time, and that really speaks to our longevity and our experience and ability to last in the market. We've been around 60 plus years, and we've evolved with the times and the needs. We originally started for people with polio, trying to find that
right.
and
Franklin
vaccination.
D. Roosevelt, was he involved in starting March?
That was the American version, or the American section of the charity, but our March of Dimes, or Ontario March of Dimes, was started primarily by the marching mothers across North America, raising funds to develop a vaccination, and then the vaccination was discovered.
For polio?
For polio, that's correct. And it was discovered, and then after that we shifted our mandate to serve polio survivors and people with all physical disabilities. Yeah.
So it's really grown.
It's grown as a result.
And I like the fact that women were at the forefront of this movement.
That's correct, yeah.
Fighting for their children.
That's right,
As we often do, right?
Absolutely.
So I really feel that March of Dimes as a charity, you know, with the women's base is very appropriate for being on I'm Every Woman TV.
Wonderful. We're glad to be here.
And yet, Gemma, how many years have you been with March of Dimes?
I've been with March of Dimes about 3 years, and I started off as an assistant, and then I became the health promoter. So I work, directly with our population. Yeah.
Wow, so you're the education and health promoter, and
Yes.
it's pretty impressive that you've got there in such a short period of time.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about your events, right? Because you've got one coming up this
That's right.
Sunday,
Yes, that's
December 8th, Royal Fairmont Hotel.
High tea.
High tea. It's fabulous in the dining room, in the ballroom, in the new room, right? It's been renovated. We actually have 2 tickets.
That's right.
These are VIP tickets, $125 each, get you into the meet and greet. So if you're a Y&R fan that's Young and the Restless and you want to meet Esther Valentine, who is played by Kate Linder, plays Esther Valentine, and she's actually very instrumental in creating this tea, and I want to talk about that in a second, but let me just tell you who's coming. It's Esther, it's Christian LeBlanc, who plays Michael Baldwin. He was here last year too, and he's a real gem. I met him. Jess Walton, who's actually originally a Toronto girl, made it big in CBS as Jill Abbott. She's actually Jill Abbott Fenmore now.
That's correct.
Because she's Lauren's sister. And of course, you can't miss this absolute hottie. His name is Marco Draper, and he plays Carmen Basco, who's a bit of a nutcake, but you know, he's still drooling gorgeous to look at, and he's going to be there too.
He makes up for it, right?
That's right. He makes up for his evilness. And you know, these stars are coming in without payment volunteering their time because they really want to give back to the charity. Tell me how this event got started and how Kate Linder got involved in helping you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So basically, it started out west in Vancouver, and Kate Linder did it there for about 14 years for the Canadian Cancer Society. And then she became aware of our conducted education program and what the March of Dimes does for children and women and all people with physical disability, and she approached us, and this is actually the second year in Toronto that it's happening, and so that's kind of how it gets started, and she approached us, and she wanted to be a part of the program, and as a result, we took that idea, and we had it at the Fairmont, and they're actually having one out west in February.
Yes, I noticed that too. And let me also mention that it's going to be hosted by Leslie Roberts, who is the host of the anchor, actually, of Global News.
That's correct.
And he's also on the morning show as a co-host on Global. He was also hosting last year. There's also 2 other special guests coming that are guests to the stars, right? I believe they work with the stars as hair and makeup people.
Patty Denny and George Guzman,
who are working on the set of Y&R, making sure everybody looks gorgeous every day.
That's right.
And they are pretty amazing themselves to see. I think Kate Linder, a lot of people don't realize that she has a star on the Walk of Fame. She helps a lot of charities. She does a lot of things, and she's a stewardess in her spare time.
That's right.
Cool too.
I was reading about that.
Yes, she is. So I wanted to talk more about March of Dimes, and we've got about a few minutes left, so I want to just make sure everybody knows that it's a very important organization, charity, and that they need to contribute to it. And
Absolutely.
I want you to tell us why that is.
Why that is.
Yeah.
Well, like I mentioned previously, we've been around a very long time. We have that reputation. We are consistently serving people with disability. 50,000 plus Canadians benefit from our services. And we serve a range of people with physical disabilities. We serve children, we serve women, as is important, and we also serve all adults as well.
And it's really important now more than ever because
That's right.
We're celebrating the holidays. People with disabilities, they have it hard enough every day, but it's even harder at the holidays for them. Sometimes lonely.
And they're more likely to be in poverty as a result of being physically disabled, and all those sort of stats speak to the fact that the services are essential to making the lives of your average Canadian better. So,
right, so it's a humanistic approach.
That's right.
It's dignity and, giving somebody a break to be part of, even to get out to be part of a Christmas dinner or something like that, very important. So
I just attended a Christmas dinner for one of our stroke survivor groups. So we serve stroke survivors and part of our peer support group network, and I just attended a Christmas dinner and having everyone there, and it's combating that loneliness of the holiday season.
Yes, it is. And I want to also say that you have some other events throughout the year. Can you quickly mention them, and then I'll plug the tea again?
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we have, like I said, we have another tea coming up out west in Calgary. We have another event called Rock for Dimes, where we have a fundraiser and various rock groups come out, and the money goes towards all our programming. And we also have events that are funded. We have educational events that are around Ontario and across Canada called Living with a Disability, and they come up all year. And we also have all kinds of rec-based programming. So we have travel to Florida and Vegas coming up in the new year if you've got the funds. So there's all kinds of programming available, yes.
And you're across Canada, and so are we, because we're on the internet and we're being watched. So if this tea, if you're not in Toronto but you'd like to attend the tea in Victoria or Calgary, please look it up. It's all on the website, which I want to mention now. It's www.marchofdimes.ca. March of Dimes is all together.ca. If you are not lucky enough to be one of the callers in right now, for you and a gal pal or your mom or your sister to go with you.
Or your boyfriend.
Or your boyfriend, we accept that too, to attend here Toronto Sunday, December 8th with us. And you got to call me right now, 416-802-0655, 416-802-0655. These are premier tickets worth $125 each. You get the beautiful high tea. We had a little sample of that in the guest room today. We get you get to meet those Y&R stars.
You get the beautiful cast.
You get the beautiful cast. You get beautiful memories. Lots of entertainment, helping a good cause. Please call 416-802-0655. And if you're not in Toronto, please visit the website, and you can get to look and donate even the smallest amount, even $10, $5, every bit of it helps.
You can text us for $5 donations.
Right.
It's at the holiday season. It's all
anywhere
good.
in Canada, or go look on the Calgary Tea or the Vancouver Tea if you want to go there and you're not living in the Toronto area. So again, it's www.marchofdimes.ca. We are talking with Gemma Woticky, who's here from the March of Dimes Canada. This has been a fabulous segment. I want to thank you so much for being here today.
No, thank you.
Really looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday, because I'm Every Woman TV will be covering the event live as well. And did we flash those pictures from last year's tea? Let's just end it with a few pictures from last year's tea, just so you can see what you're going to be getting at $125 each, plus those soap stars. As we go out of this segment, we'll flash those pictures, and we'll be right back for a very special magnetic marketing moment with yours truly, Janette Burke, your marketing magnet, in my fempreneur marketing mindset role, with my special guest, Sam Rad, who's an internet SEO expert, and we're going to talk about how you can grow your business with internet SEO marketing for all you fempreneurs out there, my women business gals, my women and business owners. Stay with us. We'll be right back.